If a man still loves you, he never completely disappears, even when he pretends he feels nothing anymore. Because real love fades quietly, but it doesn't die overnight. Stay until the end because you'll understand why some people still love deeply, but hide it behind fear, pride, or pain. You've probably told yourself, if he loved me, he would come back. But some men run the most when they care the most. That night you went online. He watched your story, but never sent a message. He just looked and disappeared again. You thought you meant nothing to him. But the truth is, indifferent people don't secretly check someone's life. Point is, a man who still loves you never fully leaves your world. Maybe he stays silent. Maybe pride stops him from returning. But he still wants to know how you are. Think about it. That song you posted on your story, and he viewed it minutes later. That wasn't random. He's still paying attention to you, even if he pretends he isn't. And the saddest part, you mistake his silence for forgetting. Do you know the strangest thing about love? Some people think about you more after leaving than when they were beside you. He may not text you now, but whenever your name comes up, he suddenly goes quiet. Because some feelings don't end with a breakup. One day, one of his friends mentioned your name. Everyone moved on normally, except him. He paused for a few seconds and forced a bitter smile. Nobody understood why. But if you were there, you'd know part of his heart still belongs to you. A man who truly forgot you feels nothing when hearing your name. No silence, no reaction, no tension. But he still breaks inside when he hears about you. And that means you're still alive in his mind. Some men don't come back, not because they stopped loving you, but because they're afraid the same pain will happen again. And from the outside, all you see is silence. There's a painful truth most people don't want to accept. Some men become colder when they're still deeply in love. Not to hurt you, to protect themselves. Remember the last time you talked? He tried acting normal, cold, short answers, emotionless. But in the middle of the conversation, he suddenly got irritated for no reason. Why? Because emotionally detached people don't react strongly. Point 2. A man who still loves you can never truly become indifferent toward you, even if he acts cold. For example, when he sees you talking to someone new, his behavior suddenly changes. Maybe he says nothing directly, but he becomes distant, irritated, or acts like it doesn't matter. Because jealousy is often where love accidentally reveals itself. And in that moment, you think it's just his ego, when maybe his heart still belongs to you. Sometimes a man writes a message 1,000 times, but never presses send. Not because he has nothing to say, because he has too much to say. That night at 2 a.m., he opened your chat. You saw typing. Then suddenly he went offline. Maybe you didn't even notice, but he was fighting himself in those few seconds, between missing you and protecting his pride, between returning and running away. Someone who feels nothing doesn't reopen old conversations at midnight. He doesn't reread old messages. He doesn't revisit old memories. But he still goes back to the past because you're still there. And the most painful part, he probably doesn't even understand why he still can't let you go. Some loves never truly end. They just turn into silence. He may not stand beside you anymore, but certain things still remind him of you. A street, a song, a familiar perfume. One day at a cafe, a song you both loved started playing. Everyone stayed normal, except him. For a few seconds, he completely disappeared into his thoughts. Like a piece of the past suddenly returned. Point 3. A man who still loves you doesn't run from memories because part of him still lives inside them. That's why he suddenly watches your stories again or reacts after weeks of silence. He's not looking for excuses. He's looking for a feeling he still hasn't been able to kill. And maybe you think everything between you is over, but some emotions still breathe long after goodbye. Here's the truth nobody tells you. A man who still loves you doesn't always come back. Some people only love from a distance, in silence, without messages, without confessions. Because love doesn't always create courage. Sometimes it only creates longing. Maybe he checks your profile every day and still says nothing. Maybe he wanted to call 100 times but stopped himself. Maybe he still hasn't found anyone who feels like you, but doesn't know how to return. And that's what most people misunderstand. They think absence means forgetting, when sometimes people are still deeply in love. They just don't know how to show it anymore. So before you interpret someone's silence, watch their actions. A person who still feels something will always reveal it somehow, even quietly, even late. If someone still loved you but never came back, would you wait for them or force yourself to forget them forever?